Welcome to another new video of interesting math problem on our channel Math Solutions for You. Please do like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. A sequence of n positive integers has only 100 or 1000 as its terms. If the sum of all terms in the sequence is 52400, which one of the following could be a value of n? This is a problem that has appeared on social media discussions regarding common problems in GMAT and GRE algebra, and there is a number of ways of solving this problem, but I want to show a method that could provide a systematic approach towards solving problems like this. So this avoids all the guesswork, avoids, if you lack a number sense, because some people on the social media seem to have claimed that they could use just their number sense to solve problems like this and whatnot. But this is actually not very complicated, even if you follow a more traditional approach. And that's what I'm going to show you, a systematic traditional approach that could get you to a rational solution for this. No guesswork, really. So we start by simply letting the number of terms which have 100 as x. So we have x terms in the sequence that are each of them equal to 100. And similarly, we have y terms, each of which are equal to 1000. And x plus y, so that gives the total number of terms, that's equal to capital N. So the question is now, what's the sum of all of these terms taken together? Well, if we take the sum of the terms that are 100, and there are x of those, so for that part, the sum will be simply 100 times x, right? So we have x number of hundreds, right? So they will add up to give the sum of 100x. And similarly, for the terms containing 1000, there are y terms, and their sum would basically add up to 1000 times y. Now it's given that the sum of these taken together will be equal to 100x plus 1000y, and that's given as 52400. So we have simple equation now, 100x plus 1000y is equal to 52400. So we can divide both sides of this equation by 100 and get this. X plus 10y is equal to 524. Now we have to remember that n, the capital N, which is the number of terms, is equal to x plus y. And now from this equation, we can substitute x is equal to 524 minus 10y. So we get this as 524 minus 10y plus y, which makes n equal to 524 minus 9 times y. Now, the question is, what would be the value of n? Well, we try n equal to 100 first. So that's the very first option that's given, right? And if that's true, if I assume that n is equal to 100, what will the value of y? It turns out to be 424 divided by 9. Now remember, y being the number of terms that are 1000 each has to be an integer, right? It cannot be a fraction. So I got to check whether 424 is divisible by 9. Now I can do this without performing the actual division. If I remember, what's the divisibility criteria by 9? So the divisibility criteria by 9 states that the sum of the digits of the numbers will have to be divisible by 9 for the number itself to be divisible by 9. So if I add 4 plus 2 plus 4, that makes 10, and clearly 10 is not divisible by 9. So this particular option of 100, which is the very first option A, does not produce a y which is an integer, right? It produces a fraction, which is not an acceptable solution, right? Because we know that y, the number of terms, which are 1000 each, needs to be an integer, right? So next, consider the value 101. So 524 minus 9y equal to 101. And again, we do the same thing. We solve for y. This time we have y equal to 423 by 9. And again, without actually performing the division, we just simply check whether 4 plus 2 plus 3 is divisible by 9. And in this case, it turns out that 4 plus 2 plus 3, the sum of the digits, is equal to 9. That's obviously divisible by 9. So 423 by 9 will be an integer because 423 is divisible by 9. So we can conclude just from this that B will be the correct option because only one of these options are correct. But you can go ahead and check, similarly for n equal to 102, 103, and 99, whether y turns out to be the integer. And I can tell that for none of those other options, y will be an integer. So the correct choice in this case is simply option B, 101.